Hi, so sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I've had a lot going on with my personal life. So I haven't been able to. But I've been wanting to make a video about an incident that I had for a while now, and then I've just came across another incident. And I'm like, I want to make another video for that one. So I'm just going to put those two together. So, first of all, what is a service dog? This is in case you're new to my channel and don't know. A service dog is a dog that is task trained to help a person with their disability. They can be any breed, any size. They just have to be task trained, and they have to know all basic obedience. Be in working position. They have to know. They have to be potty trained, and they have to have all this stuff. Okay. And emotional support and protection is not a task. That is not a service dog. And they are not allowed public access. Emotional comfort dogs are allowed to fly for free. And they are allowed to live in non-pet friendly apartments and stuff like that. And you don't have to pay a pet fee on them. That is it. You cannot take them to Walmart. You cannot take them to United. You cannot take them in the restaurants. You cannot take them anywhere with food and all that. Just, you can't. Because it's not a service dog. They have no public access. Don't know how many times I have to say that. I mean, they just don't. So, I wanted to make this video because I went into a store and this lady had a 6-week-old puppy with her. And the reason I know it was 6 weeks is because she admitted it was 6 weeks. I want to say it was like maybe a Chihuahua mix. I don't know, but again, the breed doesn't matter because Chihuahuas can be service dogs. But I'm just giving you an idea on how small it was. And she was carrying it beside her. Well, she would get close enough to the shelves and stuff that it would reach its head over and like lick the food products. That's not okay. Then every time someone walked by, it would whine and it would shake. It was terrified. That little dog was so scared. She was stressing her dog out just because she wanted to take little Fifi to the store. I don't know what the dog's name was. And anyways, I thought maybe I could educate her, but I was wrong. She's rude. She was a bitch. I don't know what else to say other than a bitch. Because I walked up to her and I said, "Hi, is that a service dog?" And she said, "Yes, it is." And I said, "Oh, cool. I have a service dog. And I've helped others train their service dogs. My name's Jasa. What's your name?" And she went ballistic on me. I guess she's seen me around town because we live in a small town with my service dog. I don't know. Maybe she knows I have a service dog and it's a legit service dog. I don't know. But she went ballistic. She was screaming and yelling at me, calling me a bitch, calling me a slut, all these things. So I just walk away. I'm like, you know what? I'm not dealing with it. I can't deal with this. It's causing me anxiety. Bye. So I just walked away and ignored her. And then, and all I said was, "My name's Jasa. What's your name?" That's what started it. What's your name? How? I don't understand how it went bad so fast. So anyways, I walked away. And then out of nowhere, she's on the food. I go down the pet aisle and I'm like, because at first I saw her there and I like turned around because I'm like, I don't want to go down there. But then I'm like, I have to grab my small pet's food because I have other pets and like I have to grab their food. And So I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna have to go down that aisle. They're taking forever. Because she was there with her whole family, and I guess I guess it was her mom, her boyfriend, and her brother, and it was her. I'm not sure. So I go down the aisle to grab the food. And I grab the food, and she yells, "There's that stupid ass whore, mother." And her mom's like, "Just leave her alone," and stuff. And, you know, her mom's trying to be more the mature than what she was being. It's like, just leave her alone. She said, you know, just leave her alone. And so I grab it, and I'm such in a hurry to get out of the aisle because I'm freaking out that the box just like falls apart on me, and I pick it up and I just rush, and she pushes me. So at that point, I'm freaking out and stuff. I went and I told the manager, I'm like, you know what, I've had enough of this. I can't shop here, finish my shopping. We don't live in town, so we can't come back later to finish the shopping. We have to do it now, or we're not gonna have food for like a week. And my animals are gonna go out without food for a week. So I went and told the manager, and the manager's like, you need to call the cops now. And if you don't call them, I'll go ahead and call them for you. And I'm like, you know what, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to call the cops. So I walk over to the card section, and I'm just standing there, and here she comes checking out. And I'm already standing there. And then they're accusing me of stalking. Saying I was stalking them. I'm like, I was already standing here. You know, I didn't say that. I was thinking that. I'm like, how am I stalking you? I'm already standing here. I was here first before you know. How's that stalking? Kind of confused. So, and then she comes up to hit me. And then, I guess maybe the security saw her push me, because security got there way too fast. Security literally got right in the middle of her and me and said, "We don't do this here," and was like keeping her away from me. And so so I'm like, you know what, I am calling the cops, because she just tried to punch me. She's already been back there and and pushed me. I'm not, you know. And so I started dialing the cops and stuff, and here comes the manager and stuff trying to figure out what's going on. And I told him what was going on. Then he went over to her and said, "Is that a service dog?" Just like that. "Is that a service dog?" Like that. And she said, "Yes." And he said, "Really? What task does it perform? What task does it perform? How does it help you with your disability?" Well, I mean, just like that. So I guess it was her boyfriend. I'm not sure if it was her boyfriend. I think it was her boyfriend, or maybe it was just a friend. I don't know. He steps in and he says, "Well, it's supposed to be a seizure alert dog, but we've only had it for 2 days, so it hasn't been trained yet." Okay. Hasn't been trained yet. If it hasn't been trained yet, it's not a service dog yet. It's not helping you with your disabilities, because it's not been trained to help you with your disability. Then he asked, "How old is it?" 6 weeks, because we've only 6 weeks. We got it 2 days ago. Is it potty trained? No. Has it had all its shots? No. Then he said, "Sir, I can't the dog can't be in here. You need to leave. You to take the dog out." And her mom was like, "Are you happy now? The dog's gonna die out there in the heat." I'm like, first of all, why couldn't you leave the dog at home? Yeah, I mean, it's not my fault. Why are you going off at me when you're the one who decided that you're going to the Walmart and taking your dog into Walmart? When you could have left it in your house at home. And if you have no choice but to take it out, that's when you do what me and my husband have done before, when we have had to take his emotional support to get its shots or to get its nails trimmed or something like that. What we do is we walk it around outside, or we leave the car running and go in for a short amount of time. We hurry up, leave the car running so it has air conditioning. Or we take it home and then go to the store. Which we try not to do that because, like I said, we don't live in town. So it's not cheap to do that. But yeah, it was kind of like very... And I'm just having a panic attack because of all the yelling and screaming. So the cop gets there, and even he says it's not a service dog. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. But that's not the issue. The issue is she attacked me. That's the issue. So he took a report on her and reported her for that and got video coverage on stuff. So not only did she get in trouble for assault, her information got sent to the Department of Justice. They charged her with faking a service dog, so she got according to my letter that they sent me in the mail, she got $50,000 fine plus 30 days in jail. Karma's a bitch. Karma. Don't fake a service dog if you don't want to go to jail and to have a $50,000 fine. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't got that kind of money. That kind of money I can spend on my medical bills. Because medical bills aren't cheap. So, she got that huge fine in jail time because she decided she didn't want to leave her small dog at home. If you can't leave your small dog at home, don't get a dog. Or hire someone to pet sit. Okay? That's simple. Don't fake service dogs. It's against the law, and you will get in big trouble. And eventually you will get caught. So, my next situation did not turn into that. The lady, we went to what's called Feedlot. And it's a restaurant. And we were taking food to go. Well, this lady comes in with this small poodle. And like I said, anywhere you can be a service dog. I'm just telling you so you can visualize it. Well, this small dog was already pulling on the leash. It wasn't in working position. And it was jumping onto the chairs and stuff. Well, she goes and sits down. The dogs are licking the floors, eating food off the floors, which is gross. Health violation. Service dogs are trained not to do that. They're trained to ignore the food. And then she ends up, and then the dog, you know, they come and they ask, is that a service dog? And she said yes. And they asked what it did. And she said, emotional comfort. Again, with the emotional comfort. I don't know how many times I have to explain this. They are not service dogs. They are not service dogs. How do I get it through your head? How do I get people to realize They are not service dogs. Okay? I mean, my husband has one. They do great. I'm not putting them down because they do great for people, but they're not service dogs. Okay. So, then she asked, can you get me some water? And then ordered her food and a small amount of food to give to her dog. Okay. Service dogs don't eat when they're on the job, and they definitely do not eat in restaurants. I mean, we give our dogs breaks. We give them potty breaks, water breaks, and food breaks. But while they're working, including in a restaurant, in a store, inside places, they do not eat or drink in those places. They are focused on us and helping us. My personal thing is in between everywhere I leave. I'll go into a restaurant. Okay, right out before the restaurant, potty break, food and water. We'll go in. Okay, right after we eat, potty break, food, water. Okay, then we'll go to the store. Okay, potty break, food, water. Go in, leave. When we leave, potty break, food, water. That's just how I do it. Other people do it differently. But the point is, you can't do that. That is a health violation right there. And what irritates me the most is they bring out a bowl, which other people use, and use it as a dog bowl. A bowl from their kitchen, not one of those, I mean, what? No. I mean, I just don't. People really irritate me, and a lot of times, sometimes all fakes irritate me and make me cringe because of what we have to deal with. Makes it harder on people who have legitimate service dogs, and makes us, have problems with access and stuff like that. It's not cool faking a service dog. It makes it a lot harder. And I don't go off every time I see a fake service dog. I've seen other fake service dogs within the amount of time that I'm talking about. I mean, I saw this huge dog. It was about, I want to say, a little bit over 20 pounds. Yeah, I want to say it was about, no, not 20, sorry, 200 pounds. I don't know why I said 20. It is about over 200 pounds. It was huge. It was a big, big dog. And I mean, it is a health violation to put them in shopping carts, but I kind of thought it was funny to see a dog that was probably 200 pounds in a shopping cart. That was kind of funny. I mean, the manager came up, and I'm sitting there getting something off the shelf, and they're like right there, and the manager came up and said, you can't have a dog in here. And he said it's a service dog, and he says, well, it can't be in the cart, the shopping cart. That's a health violation. You need to get out of the shopping cart. And I snickered as soon as he said service dog. I'm like, and then they both kind of looked at me, and I just walked off. And then the manager later comes up to me and says, yes, I know that wasn't a service dog, but until the dog does something that is out of control, we can't ask it to leave. That's not coming from me, that's coming from our corporate. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that. Um, there's nothing you can do unless it acts out of control. I couldn't help it because, I mean, and I said, that wasn't the first time I laughed at that. I laughed because it's a 200-pound animal in a shopping cart. I mean, I'm used to seeing these little bitty fake service dogs in shopping carts, like, your little small dogs that don't weigh anywhere near 200 pounds. And he's like, yeah, I mean, that was kind of bizarre to see a 200-pound animal in a shopping cart. So I'm like, yeah, it was kind of bizarre. But, I mean, things like that I just let slide on my shoulder. But it's how it's all plays out. I mean, yes, I get mad about fake service dogs. I always will be mad about them. I always will get upset about them because they cause a lot of issues. So, and some of the people don't even realize they're faking a service dog. They think it's a legitimate service dog. They think. And they just haven't done their research. I will have to, them, I do try to educate. It's like that one lady with the small little dog. I thought maybe she was just uneducated. So I was trying to educate her and let her know, hey, it's not a service dog, in a nice manner. But then I never got the chance to because she went ballistic on me. But anyways, I'm going to let that be the end of the video. I hope y'all have a nice day. Bye.